good afternoon all of you and welcome to Kerala Blasters MD-1 press conference. We have today head coach Ivan and our player Ripshugan Gill. So as your request, please start your questions to the player and then you can continue with the coach. Thank you. Who wants to go first?
Can I go first?
Adarsh?
Yeah.
Yeah, Adarsh, please.
Hi coach, hi Gil. This is Adarsh Hari from Halfway Football. First of all, wishing you both a very happy new year.
Thank you.
So Gil, my question to you is that now that you have started in 4 ISL matches, how has the experience been for you and how much of a confidence booster these matches have been for you?
Before first game also coaching staff came to me and they were really confident about me, and the only thing goalkeeper coach said me that the way you are training, just go and play the same way in the game, and that's it. That was a very confident booster for me. From coaching staff to physio, everyone was supporting me, so that was a good confident booster for me.
Yeah, thank you. Now coach, my question to you is that since some players have left the team on loan, so will there be any reinforcements this coming transfer window?
If we speak about the foreigners, no, the group of foreigners will stay and remain the same. Now there were some talkings, but actually this is the part that our management sector will function, and actually I have 100% trust in all of them. If anything happens, and in a transfer market you never know if certain things can move. So we are for the moment very aware of that and waiting for maybe right situation, right moment, if we can act on some details. So far nothing has happened, so far nothing is happening, so for the moment we stay with the same team.
Okay, coach. Coach, one more question. Now that you are 7 matches unbeaten, that's the best unbeaten run in the history of Kerala Blasters, and this has been a lot of confidence for the team and for you as a coach too. So if we'll take a look at the last 3 matches, KBFC are cruising against the teams that play possession football. But do you think there is a little bit of staggering when we are facing teams who are playing direct football? So moving forward, what's your opinion on that?
No, because I think that every game is different, and in every game you have a different approach, and then you have to take in consideration the level of fatigue and fitness that you are going through throughout one momentum in your season. So we were in one very exhausted week of 3 games in 7 days, and we had also to think about our approach, fitness level, how we want to attack, how we want to defend, and all these details putting in one big puzzle. They give you the feeling that maybe sometimes we play on a different way, but these kind of things that you have to manage. So sometimes, in a football you have to win duels, you have to defend when it has to be defended, to attack, to press, and depend on our opponent, like I said, depend on momentum, when you can do it and when you can explore these things. So we always look at our new opponents, we always know that the games will be difficult, and we prepare the best we can. So trying to get the maximum out of the game, and this is collecting points.
Yeah, that's great, coach. Thank you, coach. Thank you, Gil, and all the best for the next
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adarsh. Google, you can.
Yes. Okay. Hello, coach.
Hello.
Coach, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Coach, we have been having some tight schedules in ISL, especially the last 3 games. We have pretty much less recovery time. And when we look at the second half of the season, we have this short tight schedules. So what do you think about our intensity when we go into the second half of the season? And since there are many outgoings, will you, what will be the plan then?
Well, like we just said, it always depends on your opponent. It always depends on your program, because we all know now in January that you have also a full program with many games, and every time you have to adapt. You have to adapt, and the players, they are young, they are strong, they can hold the rhythm. They know the feeling of also playing on a short term. So with these kind of things, we will manage our group, and we'll see. Maybe in January there will be some incoming transfers that we can refresh our team and rebuild our team. So with all these details, that we can continue being strong, playing high pressure, or whatever we choose to do. So far we are very confident. The things we are doing and preparing for a training session, the way the boys are working, we are very happy with it. So we are not concerned. So far so good. If there are some bruises or some small issues from a training like kicks, but these are the things that happen in the football. So we all manage with those things and go through it. So that's it.
Thank you, Coach. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Thank you. Martin, please go ahead.
Yeah, hi guys. Am I audible?
You are.
Yes, Happy New Year, everyone. My question is, Coach, I don't know if you have already been asked this question, but over the course of, we are almost midway through the season, and the Blasters are getting stronger with each passing game, and you're giving convincing displays against the very best teams in the league. So you have never hidden the fact that you want to win every single match. So do you think winning the league is something that a realistic target that you have set for yourself, or how are you looking at it at the season now that we are halfway through the season?
We have to admit, since we arrived, my feeling is that in this ISL league anybody can beat anybody, and it has happened so far. So not only speaking about Kerala Blasters now in our case, but if you see all other teams, we've seen that so named best teams can lose against, let's say, smaller teams. And also in the games when everybody was expecting the outcome or the result, it was completely opposite. So again, this is very interesting league, and nobody can predict, and nobody can know before the season, even whenever they were talking about that one team will be in top, the other team will be into like finals. Now we see completely different outcome and different results from all the expectations. And from that perspective, after 8 games, we as a Kerala Blasters, we have to continue our work. And before the season, you can plan certain things. I was fully confident that with our approach and the way we work with the players, with the goalkeepers, or every possible aspect, that we will improve and create a team that can be very tough in this league. Very tough, that we can compete. And then in the football you never know. There are always this factor of surprise that anything can happen. Because that's why football is a beautiful game. It's unpredictable. And again, we saw this season in ISL that anybody can beat anybody. Even now, speaking about our team, nobody was expecting that we're going to beat current champion, we're going to beat the team with the best defense in that moment. But that's football. And now all the games ahead, we are preparing. And, we are preparing like every game for us is a final. So that's the way and that's the feeling that we want to have before every game. Every game we are playing, for us it's a final. Final. So, and that's why we want to give everything. That's why we want to give 100%. To show to ourselves, first of all, but to show that as a team we are tough, as a team we are strong, and that's why we want to continue building up very strong team, that not only now but also for the future, that Kerala Blasters is a strong side to beat, and that's why we want to continue building up. So we cannot plan now. We cannot say, yeah, the objective or we want to go there. Of course, everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to go there to reach the highest top possible. But in our perspective, like I said also in the previous interviews in the previous period, we as a team last season, we were second from bottom. So we have no right to announce big words. We have no rights to go around and speak and say like, yeah, now, because now we have a good momentum, maybe we can and we will. No, we have to stay humble. We have to shut up and continue working. That's the way we have to do. And then if in one moment later on we are in a favorable position, then we will see how we will approach maybe the final stage of this ISL season, and then acting even more strongly in order to go till the end. So far, it's still a long way. So far, every game we have to take as it's the last one, the final, and we have to fight for every point. So that's our approach for the moment.
Can I ask a follow-up? Is it okay?
Sorry?
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Coach, see, Kerala Blasters went public with their a statement against the refereeing. I mean, we all know how things have panned out for different clubs. So how do you think that, I know you may not be able to directly comment on it, but some people said that, if the refereeing decisions went right, then Kerala Blasters could have even been top of the table. So in that sense, how do you think that will factor in terms of the results and other things, and how do you sort of prepare for that? Because this is just going on, this kind of a debate keeps on going on social media and everywhere regarding the refereeing and how it is affecting the results and performance of teams. So would you be able to sort of reflect on that?
Well, as a team and as a coaching staff, if we speak honestly, and this is a fact, if you look at all those referees' decisions in the last 8 games, we could have had at least 4 points more, which would put us on top of the table. But I always say that these guys, they are also trying to do their best. And they have to make decisions in a certain moment in couple of seconds. And so I understand that for them, sometimes it's not easy. They're already under pressure. And the only way that they can improve, that the league can improve, is to, education is the key to everything. So to have more experience, to get more educated, I don't know, speaking about VAR technology, goal technology, all these things that you can implement, it helps a lot. And then, as a coaching staff from our side, these are the things that we cannot control. The things that we cannot control and prepare, I don't like to bother about it because it's just waste of time. Of course, for a coach and the coaching staff and the team at the end, when you lose points or when you have these situations like we had against East Bengal, the 2 cancelled goals, like we had penalty against last game against Jamshedpur. Then in all previous games, it makes you frustrated, of course, but then you cannot control them. So referee's decision, it's up to them on the pitch. And it's up to the people who are later educating them, guiding them further on. I hope, and I would like that, of course, they go up to the top level, that they can be excellent in decision making, in their decisions, that the football game as one will become better. So far, after the game, when we lose points or we don't collect all 3 points, of course, it's frustrating. But you have to continue, and I don't like to use those things as a negative energy because at the end the game is over, we have to continue. That's all. We prepare maybe to face again those things in the future, but as a team again, as a coach, I want to prepare and do the things that we can control. These kind of things we cannot control. So it's waste of time later on, even speaking around later in the media or something, it's not up to us. There are especially people of that federation and organization that have to talk to them and explain them and make them, make them better. That's all. So from my side, they will always have support. Even sometimes the decisions are not in our favor. But, as a coaching staff, we have to stay on our side, humble, preparing our team. So the referees and everything, that's up to somebody else. They have to watch more games on a top level. They have to try to act. I don't know. Many countries in the world, in the development, they were bringing foreign referees, especially now with new technologies. It's about education, becoming better every day. Try to be better than yourself yesterday image. That's all. So I hope that, like the time is passing by, that we'll see better and better refereeing. It was not only about our games. We've seen in many games so far since the start that there were many less good decisions, but this is the way of the football it is. So hopefully it will be better. We have to continue doing the things that we, like I said, doing the things that we can control and being concentrated and focused on them. That's all. The referees, it's not up to us.
Thanks, Coach. All the best for tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you, Martin. Coach, I have a question from Mr. Google from Samay Malayalam for you.
Yes.
So I'll read the question for you. Jackson Putia double pivot is turning out as one of the most important duo for Kerala Blasters. As you have some tight schedules coming up next, what are the backup plans for defensive midfielders in case of an injury or suspension?
Well, we'll have youngsters in our team as Ayush, as Gibson. We have some other players that we can modify and use in that position, so we are not worried so far.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Sanil, you can ask.
Coach, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Coach, will Blasters continue the pressing game coming matches?
Yes, if we can. It depends always. It depends always on your opponent, and it depends of the approach of the game. So these things you decide in your game preparation, and depending on your momentum, you know. So it always depends on your opponent from game to game. If you want to attack and press high, or you want to sit down and wait and organize from a middle zone or low zone. So these kind of things that you always decide depending on your opponent. So probably we will see it again.
Thank you, Coach. Happy New Year. All the best.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Thank you, Coach. Coach, I have a question from Shyam from Sports Star. So
Yes.
I'll read it for you.
Yes.
The team won 7 points in 7 days from 3 matches. The momentum was fantastic, and then you had a short break. Did the break help in rejuvenating the side? What sort of discussions did you have with the players?
Well, of course, it helped after that exhausted week. It helped a lot having this whole week to refresh a little bit, to, like we say, recharge the batteries. And of course, with a nice end of the year, New Year's Eve and everything, you know, it brings you positive energy, it brings you positive feelings. So, of course, it helped a lot to recover a little bit after exhausted period, knowing that yet again in front of us there is January full of games. So of course, it helped us a bit.
Thank you, Coach. Just an adding question for that. Any injury update on Rahul KP? When will he return to the bubble and start training with the team?
He will return. We are expecting him to return in the next days, probably in the next 5 or 7 days, to return in our camp and again go throughout that quarantine period, working with physios and everything, and then probably seeing him already half of January back onto the pitch with the team, trying, working and preparing for the next games.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank
Jumana,
you.
you can ask.
Okay. Good afternoon, Coach.
Good afternoon.
Gil.
Good afternoon.
I'm Jumana from Delhi Sports and Games. Firstly, I'm wishing a very happy and blessed New Year.
Thank you.
My
Happy
question
New Year.
is to Gil. Before the question comes, Gil, I want to wish you a happy birthday in advance.
Thank you so much.
Okay, here is the question. Gil, you have really good experience as player in the national team's underage categories and also as an Indian Arrows player in I-League. And you are showing immense confidence and courage dealing with the top flight league. How do you think a goalkeeper plays an important role in the structure of a team? And what do you place your performance so far? And also, what did you feel between the difference between your first match with Blasters and the last one?
Yeah, actually, my performance is going, I think, because of my team. They are like working really hard in front of me. I think that is the most important point. And confident, and yeah, game by game I'm getting the confidence again, and hopefully I'll perform the same way like I have did in last few games.
Okay, Gil, thank you. And I have a question to Coach.
Yes.
Coach, almost half of the season has progressed. How do you place the quality of the league, and what do you think the league can improve?
First of all, like we said, in this league anybody can beat anybody. So you can never predict the results, because even the top teams playing against the teams from the bottom, they can have trouble. reaching points and winning those games. That's what we've seen, and that's why this league is very interesting. From the other side, improving, we just said, maybe implementing the new technologies like VAR or goal technology, improving kind of referees' decision making will probably increase the level of the league. So far, so good, but anyway, we accept and we understand that this is the current situation. And of course, you always look how to improve the league. Even before the league started, we had a meeting with the ISL officials about all these things. They were explaining that we could face this kind of situations. But anyway, the league is still developing in the right way. Hopefully that even in the future will be more teams, and that the league will be on a longer term, not only on a short term of 3.5 months, because it is not very favorable for players having that large break throughout the year and then coming and preparing for that short period, because for a professional sportsman body and muscle structure is not that good. So it would be good that the league starts in one point and it lasts for at least 7-8 months, that it should be on a long term, and that it would be perfect for Indian football in total. That's my opinion.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Gil. Happy New Year and all the best to coming matches.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jumana. Thank you, Coach. Time for asking the last question. Martin, you want to ask?
Yes, I would like to ask a question for the coach.
Yes, Martin.
Yeah, coach, you will be playing FC Goa tomorrow, and they obviously will have a new man in charge. I mean, new as in he's a veteran Indian coach who has been active in Indian football for a long time. So obviously Juan Fernando has had good amount of success, and that's why ATK Mohan Bagan took him. But what do you think about these ISL clubs giving opportunities to Indian coaches? What is your take on that? Because Khalid Jamil, last season he took over and he did well. He took the team to the playoffs, and he was given a full-time charge this time. Derek Pereira is he's one of the most experienced coaches in India right now. So he is finally being given a chance. It could be temporary or permanent, but in terms of giving chances to Indian coaches, what is your take on that? Because obviously foreign coaches bring a certain level of quality and experience that Indians may not have. But how do you think this will help in the long-term future of the league and football in the country?
Well, it could help a lot, because bringing foreign coaching staffs or players will increase certain level and will increase certain things. Then, if in one moment the management of any club decides and feels that a domestic coach, now speaking about India, has that quality, has that approach, and has everything it needs to be on that pole, yes, absolutely yes, I agree that the people who has quality, who has potential, must be given a chance. So why not? I always agree and say it doesn't matter if player, for example, is young or old or older. It doesn't matter if there is a chance for improvement. If he is performing good, especially for young players, of course, you must give him a chance, because it's a good way for development. The same thing with the coaches. If the clubs decide and they see that there is potential, there is quality in the coaching staff on domestic level, yes, absolutely. I agree with that, and it must be followed. That's how you develop and increase the level of your football.
Thank you. Thanks again.
Thank you, Martin.
Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Gil. Happy New Year and all the best for tomorrow's match. Take care.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.